first thing you need to do when you're doing this is get the car up on jack stands on the frame, get it all leveled, make sure it's level, very level as you can get it. You can see I got a shim underneath that side just to get it level. And I'll show you what I got going on here. So I'm just using some 2x3 120 wall square tube. So what I intend to do is this back subframe here. So I'm going to slice this on the outside edges. Obviously I'm going to cut this whole section out, and this will pop up into the passenger footwell. You could go about that a couple different ways. You could notch the tube out if you wanted to, so you didn't go into your footwell. I really don't care. I doubt I'll ever even have a back seat in this car, so it's going through the floor. So I'll be cutting out a section right there through. It'll get welded up into the front, and then it's just going to suck up inside here, and then I'll weld it in to this rear subframe. That's what I'm going to do. So I got two pieces, 45 inches long, 2x3 square tube. That's the material for this. I think I paid $70 for an entire 20-foot length of this, and then used just shy of 8 feet of it. So I don't know what that is, $30 or something. I'm not real worried about being ultimate strength. You could do this a little bit stronger, or you could get the ones that weld in that are all notched for all the different spots and weld it all in. That would probably be stronger. This car is going to get a full cage, so these subframe connectors aren't going to be doing very much. So I'm just going to get under here right now and mark where I need to cut the floor. Just literally going to hold this up there and Sharpie mark it, and then hack through the floor. So my car is already stripped, all the interior's out of it, and so I don't have to worry about anything catching on fire when I go welding anything. My fuel line's already out of it. I'll be running a 1/2-inch fuel line and everything. One thing I will worry about is the brake line. Alright, so here it is. You can see I kind of got a little bit too far on a couple of my trimmings here. That one back there will come pretty close. I'm going to have to fill a little bit of that stuff in, make some little trim pieces for it. The other side I'll be a little more careful. So you can see I've got it all mostly prepped. I'll have to prep a little bit of that in the back there, but I've got all the undercoating off around where it's going to weld, the paint ground off. So that's about how it's going to sit, just like that. I'm actually going to jack that up just a little bit higher so it sits up flush with the bottom of this, and then I'll end up welding it to there. All done with the first side. So you'll see I welded in a little bung. That's just to hold my ground. It was easier than trying to clean something else off. I'll grind that off. What did I learn here? I learned, do not cut this stuff any farther than you actually need to. I'm going to spend some extra time on the other side to make sure I don't have to do this patching stuff. That stuff was horrible. It welded horrible. It was just horrible, plain and simple. Between the fact of being thin and pretty rusty, and even a little bit thinner, and a few spots kind of right here in the middle, I had some issues with it. You can see some of the crap welds. Now, the other thing about crap welds, you're going to see some pretty crap welds under here. They're good enough for what it is, but I'm not very proud of them, that's for sure. So, alright, so got the second side in. As you can see, I kept it a whole lot nicer. Didn't trim excessively, so I didn't have to fill in stuff. Yeah, I don't know, it went pretty decent. I think, let's see, yesterday I had about an hour and a half into it, and today I started at about 6:30, and it's currently noon. So what's that, about 7 hours, 6.5, 7 hours, somewhere in there, time total. So not bad.